Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about stats in Apex Legends and if they really matter. A lot of players put insane amounts of emphasis on their stats, what ranking you are, how high is your KD, what's your win ratio, and I am really here to ask the question of, does that really matter? And surprise, the answer is a little bit complex because it does depend on how you are looking at it and what you are taking from it. I'm going to also break down all my stats for every season and show off where I am for every legend. And to be honest, I have not done this in a long time, so I am curious to see where I am at with my stats and to see if I have been improving season over season. And I think what we're going to find out is going to be pretty enlightening. I think it will be good for you to see where I am at so you can kind of figure out where you are and really kind of just analyze your stats and analyze what you have done in Apex Legends since you have started playing. The honest truth is that stats will matter somewhat, but honestly, your stats can be artificially manipulated to the point of them not mattering. I've seen a lot of pictures online on Twitter of people posting 10 KDs for the season, 20, 25 KDs overall with tens of thousands of kills. And they are doing this by a number of ways. One, they are playing with a pre-stack team every time. Two, people are feeding them kills. Three, they're making sure they're not dying at any cost. What really matters more than anything is your relative improvements from season to season, which is what I wanted to show off to you because honestly, I didn't really think I was improving until I did take a step back and look at my stats, until you do get this kind of perspective of your game. And once you do realize this perspective, you know, if you are putting in the hours in, if you are putting the time into the game to get better, and if you're thinking about your game critically, you will be improving. Before I do go through my stats, here's a few things that will absolutely affect your stats and will kind of make it so they don't matter as much. If you're playing solo all the time, this will dramatically change your stats. If you're playing casual with lots of different legends, this will also lower your stats. If you're playing ranked or if you're playing pubs, this will also adjust your stats. And of course, if you're playing with a lot of non-meta weapons just to have a good time, this is going to adjust your stats as well. And finally, if you're playing with friends that are better than you, this will also affect your stats. And again, if you're playing with friends just in general, this will also improve your stats more than playing solo, more than likely. So as you can see, it is pretty random, and in some ways, while stats are the average, it is still pretty meaningless. It really doesn't do much, because honestly, who is to tell you what your stats are? Are your stats good? Are your stats bad? Well, it doesn't really matter if you're enjoying your time in the game, because that is what matters. But if you put all that aside, what matters more, your kill death or your win ratio? And honestly, for me, it's kind of a combination of the two. Kill to death is what I look at first, and then I will look at my win ratio to see if I am improving. But really, I just need to be aware of how I am playing the game. You know, I play a lot of different legends for the Legends Guide, so I know that my stats are going to be a little bit lower. My win ratio is going to be a little bit lower because I'm trying out different things to learn legends and give you guys the content of the legends. So for me personally, my stats are affected a little bit because of this. And I figured, let's just start off with my overall stats. You'll see here, I have 22,000 lifetime kills, 7 million damage. I just crossed the other day. I've got almost 10,000 games. I have a 2.76 average KD, and my win ratio is about 13.5%, which honestly, that's pretty good. You should only be winning about 5% of your games because there is 20 teams in a trios match. So the fact that I have 2.5 times that win rate is pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with that. And my longest win streak is 6, which I think I've got last season. I've got that a couple times. I'm going to show you guys here my seasonal stats. So I've been playing since the game came out. There wasn't seasonal stats back in the launch of the game or season 1. As soon as Season 2 came out, you'll notice I had an insanely high KD. This is because this was before skill-based matchmaking was put in. And then you're going to notice a huge drop. Season 3, I honestly didn't play that much. My KD was cut in half. Game had me down pretty bad. I wasn't really having fun because of that skill-based matchmaking. Didn't really play too much of Season 3 or Season 4. You know, even Season 4, I only played 330 games. My KD did go up a little bit, so, I mean, that does probably show that I am improving a little bit. Season 5 was the first season I started to make videos back in like May of 2020, I think it was. It's been a while now. 2.3 again, improving the KD. I played a lot more games this season. My win ratio was about 10%. I think that's pretty good. Winning 1 out of 10 games, honestly, is pretty high. Season 6 was one of the first seasons where I really started to see my content spike. I had a 2.5 KD this season. Honestly, again, it's just showing improvement. So Season 3, I had a 1.9. Now I'm all the way up to a 2.48. Season 7 was when Olympus came out. I had a 2.15 this season. Season 7 for me was when I was grinding insane amount of legend content. I think I did a guide for every legend this season, so this is probably why my KD is a little bit lower this season. And then Season 8 is when a lot of my friends started playing the game again, and this is why my KD was a little bit higher during the Season 8, because honestly, if you're playing with a pre-made squad, you're going to do better and you'll die less. So If you do want to improve your KD, playing with some friends constantly that, you know, kind of learn how to gel with, that will help you out quite a bit. Season 9 had a 2.8, a little bit of an increase there, not much. And then Season 10, again, is when my friends kind of came back and we played a lot. I had a 3.4 last season. Honestly, this is probably, I think this is the best I've done for a season. I was only 12 kills away from 4,000. Dang, I wish I kind of got 4K. That would have been cool. And then Season 11, our current season, I'm down a little bit. Some of my friends haven't been playing as much. I have not been playing as much either. I do have 550 games already, which is more than I had back in Season 3 and Season 4, so that's pretty insane. There's every season stats. I don't really play ranked a lot. You know, I'm Diamond 4 right now, almost Diamond 3. I mean, I guess I'll show you guys. I had a 3.5 last season. I did hit Diamond Season 10, and then I think we're going to find in, like, Season 9 ranked, I did not really play that much. Yeah, I was Diamond and then Gold. Didn't play at all. Ranked for Season 8, I had a 3.5 KD. It's because I didn't really play that much. I was just stomping on kids in the plat lobbies. Season 7 had a 3.3, only gold. Season 6 didn't play, ranked again. Season 5 ranked, barely played. Season 4 ranked, again barely played. I only played 38 games. As you can see, I'm not really a ranked player. You know, I've always been more of a pub casual kind of player, and this is obviously pretty evident. And then I didn't even play ranked back in the day. So that is all the stats for my seasons. Obviously, you know, I started off Season 3, we'll say, because that's when skill-based was in the game. I had a 1.9, played 500 games, and then if we go all the way to Season 11, I'm up to a 3.2. So I've improved by almost an entire kill point, which I'm very proud of. Actually, I've improved by more than a whole kill point. It's been 1.3 kills. I'm very proud of it. You know, I've been improving. It doesn't feel like I'm improving because skill-based matchmaking is meant to kind of keep you down a little bit, but regardless of all that, I am improving at the game. It is good to take a little self-reflection to see how I am improving. And let's now just go over the banners for all the legends. Bloodhound, when the game first came out, I played a good amount of Bloodhound. I grinded the crap out of Bloodhound during Season 6 and 7 when Bloodhound had their big buff. And, you know, this is probably my third most played legend right now, I would say. So Bloodhound I do enjoy quite a bit. Gibraltar is a legend I have been playing a lot this season because I've been playing ranked a lot with my squad. We're trying to get up to see if we can hit Masters. I think we can do it, honestly. We just aren't playing enough. I've been playing a lot of Gibraltar this season. He's been a lot of fun. Lifeline was one of my first legends I played back when the game came out. I had 1,700 kills on her. I would say 1,400 are probably from when the game came out during Season 0. She had fast heals. She was a lot of fun to play. Her res shield was actually pretty interesting, where you had to be on the player to get that revive shield. Lifeline was a lot of fun when the game first came out. I wish she would get the revive shield back. Pathfinder has been the legend I've probably played the most this season and the last couple seasons. I think I have the second most kills out of any legend on him. I got my 20 bomb on him this season as well. I do really enjoy Pathfinder. I love the movement with him. Wraith is my most played legend, I'll say. I played a lot of Wraith back in Season like 4 to 7 or so. Haven't played as much Wraith in the past couple seasons. I still enjoy playing her a lot. Wraith was absolutely insane when the game came out. And yeah, I got more than 4,000 kills on her. Bangalore was another legend I played a ton when the game first came out. She was very good back when the game was a lot more simpler. She's a little bit harder to pick up now because we're in a scanning meta. It's crazy. But she's still a very good legend. Obviously, you see people like Shiv playing Bang because honestly, Bang is a very good legend. Bang is a great solo legend. If you're not playing with friends at all and you want to have a legend that is good at attacking, support, and escaping, Bangalore is one of the best out there. I think she's probably about 4th on my list for overall kills. Caustic is a legend I don't play too much. We got 550 kills. He's been a lot of fun lately for me. I had picked him up a couple times this season, but again, I don't really play Caustic more than like making content. Similar thing with Mirage. I do enjoy playing Mirage quite a bit. He's a lot of fun. Honestly, I have a very hard time with Mirage in my lobbies because he is a pretty casual legend. While he can be very good at the game, he's not really that great for ranked, and he's not really good against higher skilled players, so I don't play too much Mirage. Octane is another legend I have played a lot of in the past few seasons. It looks like actually Octane is probably my 3rd most played legend above Bloodhound. I have a few more 100 kills on him. Octane was really bad for a long time. It was, I think, Season 7 when Octane had his big buff. He's been slowly declining, I think, for me over the past few seasons because they keep nerfing Octane. But Octane is still a lot of fun. I think he's in a pretty fair spot right now. I hope he doesn't get any more nerfs. But I love Octane. He's a blast. Watson is another legend. I played a good amount when she came out. Didn't play her like at all for a long time. I played her a lot over the past season or so. You're going to notice there'll be a Watson guide coming out in the next few days. Honestly, I've had a really good time with her. I wish her fences were a little less buggy. It's really weird placing them. But I do really enjoy Watson. She's a great defensive legend. Crypto is actually my favorite personal legend, which is weird because I don't play a ton of Crypto right now. Crypto is just in a very weird spot. He's a good time to play, but I think he just lacks like relevancy in the meta. Why would you play crypto when a lot of other legends can do very similar things at a much more efficient rate? I've had a really hard time playing crypto on Stormpoint 2. There's not too many signs, so I can't ping the signs just to see who's around. Honestly, crypto just feels really weird right now. I'm really waiting for his buff. I think he's going to get it at the start of season 12 or maybe even the anniversary event. I love crypto. He is a really good time. I just wish I could pick him up more. Next, we have Revenant. Revenant is another legend I have played a ton of, and is honestly probably like a sleeper love of mine. Revenant, I have the heirloom with him. I have over 1,000 kills now. Didn't even realize that. Revenant is a very good legend. Honestly, he's a lot of fun. He's a little toxic with the pad, but ever since they gave Revenant that like semi-nerf of where you can see his ultimate being placed, everyone knows it's happening, I think this is a pretty fair balance for him. I don't know if we'll really see any more changes to him. I really love the climbing now, and I mean, look at the pirate skin. It's pretty dope. Loba is a great legend. I don't play too much of Loba. I like playing with Loba, but I don't like playing as Loba. I just find that she doesn't provide much for fights, and while her bracelet can be used aggressively and kind of like tactically in situations, I really just don't think Loba is that much for me. But I really love looting, and again, I love playing with a Loba. I just don't like playing as Loba. Rampart for me is probably my least play legend. I do not like playing Rampart at all. Pretty much 370 kills were just for guide videos or just overall stat showcase videos and just trying to figure out like little tip videos. I do not enjoy playing Rampart that much. She's better than she used to be, and I do enjoy her turret. I feel like her walls just activate way too slowly, so there's Rampart. Horizon is another legend who essentially came out last year. I have 1,500 kills on her. I think this puts her around the 5th place for me in overall kills and how often I have played legend. Horizon, I love playing. Honestly, I probably should play her more. I do very well when I play on her. I have a pretty good amount of wins for the amount of kills. I think Horizon is one of the best legends in the game. I think she's really slept on right now, especially on Stormpoint where you can just lift up to higher ground areas, which can be hard to reach. I think Horizon's a very good legend. Fuse is another legend who has come around a little bit this season for me. Did not like Fuse at all during season 8, 9, or 10, but ever since he had his season 11 and mid-season 10 buff, I think Fuse has been a really good legend. Fuse is similar to Rampart in terms of play, I will say, but even though I do have about the same amount of kills on Fuse, you know, Fuse came out 2 seasons later than Rampart, so I think that is pretty telling. I don't play too much Fuse. I probably should play him a little bit more, honestly. I know you guys, I get a lot of comments saying, you know, I love Fuse. I want to see more Fuse footage, more tips for Fuse. I think Fuse is a really good time, and I think he's in a pretty good spot right now. I don't know what they could do to Fuse to make him a little bit more relevant. I kind of thought he should just have like a second inventory slot just for Fuse where you can put 2 grenades in there so you can always have an inventory slot for grenades. I think this would be pretty cool, and I don't think it would be too broken. Valkyrie's a legend who I just absolutely love. She's so good at the game. I've been playing her a lot. I have 560 kills on her in the last 2.5 seasons. I have a friend that plays Valkyrie a lot, so I don't play her too much when I'm playing with my squad. But Valkyrie is so good. Her jetpack feels so free-flowing. The ultimate is great for hopping onto other teams. I have a 4K on her, and I just think Valkyrie is one of the best legends in the game right now. And Valkyrie, for me, is one of the legends who came into the game and was not bustedly broken at launch. I think it was the first legend in a really long time, if ever, we had a legend come out that wasn't OP and wasn't really, really bad. So I think Valkyrie was a good turning point for the legends that we have gotten. Seer, honestly, Seer's only been out for a season now. I have almost 300 kills on him. I played a ton of Seer when he first launched. A lot of fun to play. I kind of got burnt out on him when I was grinding for the guide at the start of season 10. I don't play too much Seer right now. I have a friend that also plays a ton of Seer. It's the only legend he plays. And I think this is mostly why I haven't picked him up too much right now. And also, I feel like if I want to play a scanning legend, I would just play Bloodhound because I can be a little bit more aggressive with him. Seer is a solid legend. I don't play him too much. You know, I have 300 kills on him, which is almost as much as Fuse and Rampart, and you know, he hasn't really been out that long. So I think Seer overall is a really great legend. I should probably play him a little bit more. And we got the new legend of Ashe. I played Ashe a good amount. I already have 350 kills, which is more than Seer, Fuse, and I think Rampart as well. Ashe is a lot of fun. Honestly, her ultimate is a blast to do. It's good to kind of jump on enemy players. I honestly didn't even know I got 350 kills on her this season. That's almost a quarter of my kills on one singular legend. I think that's pretty cool. Ashe is a lot of fun. I don't think she's really brokenly good. I don't think she's bad. If anything, I could see Ashe getting maybe a little bit of a buff. I'm not sure what, though. Probably something with her snare, maybe 2 charges, maybe have the snare last longer, maybe have the snare be a little bit bigger as you can, like, attach to enemies a little bit easier. I feel like Ashe is a little underwhelming for a newer legend, but overall, I think Ashe is a great legend, and that is all of my legends explained, guys. Let me know your favorite legends down in the comments below. So ultimately, guys, do your stats matter? And the answer really is not really. It's a decent guideline, but that's about it. You know, are you improving from season to season? Are you still having fun? That is what matters. You got to be really self-aware of what is going on with your game. You know, what do you want from your game? Do you want to grind all the way up to Predator? Are you good enough to be there? Do you even want it? Is it even worth it? No. Do you want to put the time in? If you don't want all of this stuff and you just want to play to have fun, then your stats really don't matter. For me, I look at my seasonal stats to see how I am doing this season. This tells me if I am improving relatively or if I'm staying about the same, which is good for me. I don't want to get worse at the game, of course, but also I am aware that a lot of the other players are also getting better, and this is how it goes. And my last words for you, your stats are an average of everything you have done in the past. Don't let the past define you as a player, and also what you were or how good you were in the past as a player might not be who you are right now, so keep that in mind. Don't let the past define you, and really look to the future at improving yourself. Don't worry about your stats too much. Overall, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like button, follow me on Twitter, join the community Discord if you ever want someone to play with, or if you want to chat with myself in the community. I appreciate all the love on the videos, and we have a lot more planned coming very, very soon. Peace out, everyone.